Ah, the perfect mulled wine, bursting with zesty, exotic luminescence. I hope you're happy with your toys, James. You don't know what you're missing. Anyway, why should I care? I've got a new drinking chum.
Good God, I never signed up for this.
Better get used to it, Hugh, because it's Christmas. And the nation's awash in a sea of booze.
And let me guess, they need us to sort the good stuff from the slops.
I was told you had one of the finest palates in the world.
God, bloody hell. We'll be travelling the country, taking in the full, gorgeous gamut of Christmas drinks.
I like that. I like that.
Some you'll know. Full of danger, my mulled wine.
And others, you'll be glad you don't.
Look at that. Unbelievable.
All right. The road will be long.
I think it might be a bit camp.
Our research, arduous.
Now, look at this.
No, I don't
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. But we'll provide the best possible tasting notes. That's exactly what it should do.
And by the time we've finished...
Is it good if a drink makes you bark?
Yeah, I think so.
You may never look at Christmas booze in the same way again.
It's a bit of sausage. It's got sausage in it.
I'm looking forward to this. We're going to go round the country looking for Christmas drinks of every possible sort.
Oh, that's class.
Sparkling wines, whiskey, sherry, port, wassail, spiced ale, slow gin, Buck's Fizz, mulled wine.
He just knows everything, doesn't he, about alcohol? I know almost nothing.
Very fresh. A bit bitter, actually, isn't it?
But no, I want to know about these things. I must have knowledge.
What I'm concerned about is he a good drinker? I mean, is he a one-bottle man, a two-bottle man, a three-bottle man, a four-bottle man?
I think I'm probably a half bottle. I'm a half bottle man. I haven't had a proper hangover since I was in my 20s, I should think. Never wanted one.
A lightweight, eh? I'll soon see to that.
Did you actually see a bush down here?
None of these are blackthorns. Our Christmas bender starts in rural Wiltshire and a brisk walk in the woods.
When I was young on Hampstead Heath, because I went to school in Hampstead, that was the kind of sight you didn't want to see. It made you very nervous. A lone man in the bushes.
Actually, we're looking for the blackthorn bush, which produces the fruit for our first Christmas bevy, slow gin. Drink of the hedgerows, the ruby red tipple of rural England.
No slows. To spend this amount of time looking for slows, you probably need the slow gin once you've finished.
You start finding this spiky stuff.
With nothing on it.
Yeah. But I have got with me, just so that you know what these things taste like.
Why have you brought that with you? This looks like the kind of thing which is rushed across London for transplant. Do you know what that tastes like? A prune.
I can just see a slight, thin trail, a wisp of perfume in it. You start getting some slight sense of what might be a beautiful drink in a few months' time.
And that's dedication, you see, because as soon as I thought this tasted a bit like a prune, I swallowed it as fast as I could, if we're honest. What is it? What kind of tree is it?
OK, so the raw slows might not be up to much, but it's what you do with them that counts, as we're about to find out.
Well, we're here to enter a slow gin competition, and this is the slow gin I am entering. This is made by my fair wife. For about a year, though, it sat next to the washing up liquid, and it's exactly the same colour as the washing up liquid, which I found confusing. I've not tasted it, but there is a certain amount of family pride at stake.
And this is mine. Now, don't judge a book by its cover. Inside here is nectar. At least that's what I'm hoping, because this wasn't actually made by me, but whipped up to my exact specifications by our assistant producer. That's exactly what it should do. It eats you up. Oh, good. Sweet, perfumed, hot, powerful. Just the thing for a midwinter's day. The classic recipe for sloe gin is half a kilo of sloes, a quarter of a kilo of caster sugar, and a litre of dry gin, sealed in a bottle and shaken once a week for 2 months.
I don't think it's quite as richly textured as mine will be.
That's
Try
right.
a bit.
Yeah.
I think it might be a bit grainy.
I'm just trying to get it on your thing. God, bloody hell. What have you put in there?
I've got
your... I'm told that half the village have entered this competition, but for me, it's only about one thing. I'd really like to beat Hugh on this, because I have tasted his. It's some kind of dysfunctional industrial product, whereas mine is fundamentally pure.
They commented on the presentation of my sloe gin. It looks professional, though, doesn't it?
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
It's like it's under high pressure.
Yeah.
I would be disturbed, to be honest, if I came lower than him in the judging.
The judges will be judging it at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Fabulous.
I don't have to win, just have to be above Hugh.
No, Oz has been a bit rude about my sloe gin, but I'm very, very hopeful. No, oh no, that's really unblended. I think I actually touched your tongue.
You did, and I touched your finger. This is a great,
Thank you.
a big step forward in our relationship.
OK, let the judging begin.
These 3 lovely ladies of the village will be sampling all 21 entries and marking on appearance, body, and of course, taste. I heard they're up to it.
But what's interesting is that they started by just tasting them, and after about the 5th glass, they just started necking them.
The judges are getting more and more hysterical, more and more giggly, more and more lively. And I would say this is showing just how good sloe gin can be for bringing the Christmas spirit to the fore.
They've got to add up all the figures at the end, and they're just not going to be able to do it, I don't think.
I am quietly optimistic about my own. I have tasted Hugh's, but it's, I think, very close to foul.
Oh, God! Is my enamel gone?
Look at that, a free drink, and he's in there like a shot.
Come on, lightweight, where's your Christmas spirit?
It was a clear winner, actually. Yeah. It was number 12, who is...
Ralph Whittaker.
In second place is number 5, who is...
Louise Grant.
OK, in third place was number 19, and number 19 is...
Oz Clarke.
It's an outrage. Well done. I don't know why I'm clapping. It was...
And I tell you what, 2 out of the 3 of us have circled thin for your bodies. That's quite possibly where you found out.
That's what he said.
I came equal 16th.
I'm astonished you came so high.
OK, so my sloe gin took a bit of a beating, but at least it wasn't made by one of the production team, and I'll still be quaffing it on Christmas Day.
You would never have sloe gin at any other time of year, would you?
Right the way through the winter period, I think it's a really great outdoor drink. So if you're outdoors around Christmas time, so kind of, if you were going Christmas caroling, you should have a flask of sloe gin and swig as you went around Christmas caroling. Be great for your voice. Keeps you warm. If you're out walking in the hills, sloe gin. If you're a shooter or a hunter or any of these things, sloe gin. Really good for all that kind of thing.
Aren't shooters people who assassinate people?
Yeah.
I was trying to use
a suitable
term. I was looking for the shooter.
What was the term?
It's been a long day. What I really want now is a hot bath.
That's a door. Yeah.
Will he ever go?
It's still open. I thought it might shut, but it didn't.
Going, yes. I thought my problems were over,
Quick, this is a disaster.
but they'd only just begun.
The bath over around. Get me the towels. Get me the towels. Oh no.
Look, have you been having a shower as well?
Why is that happening? Can you press the plug in there?
That is pouring into your bathroom view. It's coming out there.
That's not draining, is it?
How did I get hold of you?
This was proving to be the most magical Christmas ever.
I might not even need a bath, actually. I think I've sweated out most of the stuff.
The flow is now dropped to about as much as you can pick up in a minute with your towel.
Good night. Well done.
Yeah.
A new day and a new quest. In the heart of rural Gloucestershire, we're about to dig deep to unearth one of the oldest Christmas drinking traditions in Britain. Wassailing.
Smell it. You smell that wonderful, slightly sour apples. Oh, I can see what you're...
Hundreds of years ago, wassail was drunk all over Britain. Now it's all but died out, kept alive in a few rural pockets by devotees like Pete Simmons and his mates.
Nice to meet you.
Special soda maker's handshake.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
What's it like?
With a lighter in your hand. Is that how that works? Yeah.
Secret soda makers.
Is that how it goes?
None of this.
No.
We've come to learn about wassail.
Wassail. The word wassail to mean good health. It's Old English for good health. Hail and hearty, you know the word hail and hearty?
Yes.
It's very old. It's
Danish,
pre-Christian. It's pre-Christian. It's something that's been going on for thousands of years.
A wassail's not just a drink, it's also the farming equivalent of a Christmas party. Now, we'll get to that bit later on tonight, but first, the bevy itself. Ingredient number 1, West Country Gold.
You smell these apples, you think, that's not a supermarket smell, this is the smell of true old England.
I think this is as close to costume drama as I'm ever going to get.
Cider is what makes a wassail, traditionally drunk in the orchard on Twelfth Night.
But what you do, you actually go out in the orchard and have a little ceremony to say, please let it be a good year.
Anytime you want to hop up here, Ross, just...
I'm enjoying watching you. I like your one-handed style.
So I think it might be a bit camp.
A russet colour of autumn.
The wassail ceremony also required a special bowl.
These are really mouthpieces you can see inside here.
If only you could see yourself.
I can. There's a window over there. I'm looking at myself here.
And from this bowl was drunk the cider, spiced and mulled.
What are you going to stick in it?
Oh, it's top secret, that is.
Top secret, like the top secret cinnamon
Well, I will
sticks.
tell- I
that
will
have
tell-
got a big label on them.
So don't tell anybody.
Top secret orange.
That's the decoration, isn't
No,
it?
that looks pretty, doesn't it? Oh, I know what I forgot to put in there. I forgot to put the drop of this in there.
Oh,
That was it, wasn't it?
yes.
Yeah, that was it.
Wassail.
Wassail.
Get a slightly exotic lift from the orange juice, decent acidity from the cider as well, but the apple and the orange and the alcohol just making a stronger, richer drink.
Oh, that'll warm you up, doesn't it?
It's the first time I've ever drunk this, because I'm not a cider man. I help them make it and watch them drink it and get in a state. But being...
It's exactly what I needed, actually. It's a really interesting mixture of flavours, actually. I can taste the gin.
I was thinking, it seems much stronger than I suspect it is.
Yeah. You know, as in really good mulled wine, it's sort of... You can sort of feel it moving. It's about an inch above my belly button.
I'm delighted. He's got a drink in his hand. I've just refilled his cup for the second time. I think that it's going to do him no end of good. Look at that smile on his face. His smile, his slightly giggly look in his eyes. I think we're getting somewhere. Good old cider.
Pete's promised us a bit of a party tonight. So far, we're the only guests. And to be honest, Ozzy's small talk isn't up to much.
Do you find when you're really cold that you start yawning?
I start shivering.
I do start shivering as well, but like yawning. Yawning is supposed to be one of nature's ways of keeping you warm.
The best way I've found to warm up, the greatest pleasure warming up, is having a pee, isn't it? Can you find that warms you up?
No.
I don't know why that does, but it always does.
Having a cup of
That's
tea,
just
which
me.
is... Having a pee warms you up.
It does, yeah. On a cold day, you have a pee outside, in a hedge or something, and you're much warmer. I don't understand the science, I only understand the effect.
You're very strange.
What's ale?
Oh, God.
What's ale?
Help! I don't know whether I'm supposed to be laughing here.
Tonight, Peter's a wassail butler, an ancient master of ceremonies, often the village idiot trying to hide his identity in the dark.
Because nobody would really take any much interest of the village idiot. But once you dress him up, disguise his face, no one knows you're the village idiot.
I think they would, Pete.
I could be the village doctor. I could be the headmaster. I could be the squire. No one would really know who I am.
You could be those people, but I think it's a bit unlikely.
Pete's kept one tradition, but he's updated another. Since most people are reluctant to spend a night in a freezing orchard, he's found a novel way of bringing the orchard to the people.
So I've got an apple tree from a garden centre, and we're actually going to do the wassail actually indoors.
Have you ever worked as a snooker referee?
No, but I do believe that butlers always had gloves. And butlers never had dirty hands. They always had such clean hands.
I'm sure they were woolen ones, though, were they, like that? Maybe.
But when it's out there and it's dark, you're really not going to know me with different clothes on. A pair of white gloves on. You're not really going to know me. No one really in the village is going to know who I am.
Well, there's DNA testing now. Every time he says wassail, I find it very hard not to reply, wassail! But it's wrong, isn't it? Wassail! Wassail!
Wassail all over the town, our it is white and our ale it is brown. So it is made of the white maple tree, wassailing all will bring to thee.
On apple tree we wassail thee, and hope that nought will bear. For the Lord doth know what we shall be when apples come another year. So bloom well and bear well, and merry let us be. Let every man take off his hat and shout out to thee. Wassail!
In the time-honoured tradition of wassailing, the village women will now offer up toast to the apple tree.
That's the weirdest bit of this whole thing. They need to move with the times a bit. They should at least offer the tree toast or a selection of pastries.
The last piece of toast going on. Wassail!
Wassail! Wassail!
Wassail! Wassail! Don't say it. Don't say it.
Wassail!
Hey!
What a fantastic evening. That was wassail. What a thing. Why has it disappeared? I don't understand. Because everybody in there is having a fantastic time. There's no one self-conscious about anything. They're pouring cider on an apple tree. They're singing songs. It's great.
Wassail!
This is getting more and more like a scene from Oliver. So we're looking for genuine Christmas drinks with genuine Christmas credentials, and I think this does it. I think that mulled cider wassail is it.
I think it's wonderful.
It's fantastic.
Spicy, warm, warms you up, makes you happy. That sounds like Christmas to me.
Wassail!
Wassail!
It's also incredibly British, isn't it? Thinking that you could get on the right side of a tree by offering them toast.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, wassail!
From a slice of Christmas past, back to Christmas present in London, and to a drink that always puts in an appearance at this time of the year, brandy.
Actually, brandy's not really my cup of tea, but Oz tells me we're not here to drink it, we're going to eat it.
Where's Brandy?
Brandy here. There we go again.
Put a little drop in each, bro.
Chef Stuart's got a great brandy trifle recipe. Hugh and I are going to give it a go. Stuart will judge the results. God help him.
I'm not driving, are you?
Hurry up, please, Hugh.
Sorry, Oz, sorry.
Listen, I just want to check what the...
Look at him. He's at it again.
Oh, that's, you know it's not bad.
More chocolate?
More chocolate.
No more brandy, though.
I'll be the judge of that. Yours tastes as though it's made by a monk, and mine tastes as though it's made by someone who knows the good things
But
in life.
monks traditionally have been amongst the biggest pissheads in Britain. Well, I think we're done, Stuart.
Yeah, good.
2 trifles. The choice is yours. I don't want to sway you, but Oz has put 2 flakes in, which I think is a little bit vulgar. Mine is a much more elegant,
Yeah, very good, that
with
one.
no drip.
Very good. A bit too much sponge in it, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, at least mine doesn't look as though someone's already eaten it, which is what yours actually looks like.
Like brandy?
Yes!
No. I actually like the one with all the brandy in it.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's actually better.
Is it?
First the slow gin, now the trifle. I need to make up for lost ground. Bring on the Snapdragon.
Snapdragon's a Victorian parlour game, and the BBC have insisted that we point out it is rather dangerous. Only a total fool would attempt it. Luckily, I have one right here. We'll also need a bowl, some raisins, brandy, a bucket of cold water, a fire blanket, a fire safety officer, and a compulsory safety briefing.
Wet your hands before you put your hand into the bowl. Put your hand in water straight afterwards, after you put your hand in the bowl. If it hurts, don't continue.
Hugh and I will each have 30 seconds to pluck raisins from the flaming brandy. The winner is the one with the most raisins.
Well, first to the table is Clarke. He is the consummate Snapdragon player. Local lad, of course, just up the road in Fulham. Oh, he doesn't like that. But that is a wonderfully delicate wrist action there, gosh. This really is gripping stuff. Not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's respectable.
It's fun.
Stop.
Oh, the tablecloth is on fire. How many seconds have I got?
Mess! Talk about not playing by the rules.
You're going to have to change the clock.
I don't think I can count them because my hand's on fire.
So, do you want to wrap your hand in a fire blanket, maybe?
Yeah, look. 1, 2, 3, 28, 30, 32. These are still on fire. 34, 36, 69, 70, 73, 7, 8, 9, 100, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, in fact. 107.
Well, I hope you're proud of the fact that you've just completely ruined a perfectly nice, civilised, sophisticated game by behaving like a hooligan. Serves you right. Go on, put your hand back in there. Leave it in there.
Yeah.
Leave it in there all night.
I've had worse pain. Childbirth, for example.
Yeah.
He got 8. 107. Winner by 99. He's telling them how to cook stuff. Isn't he? That's what he's doing. He's wandering around telling them how to cook stuff. Unbelievable. Oh. Yeah. I'm the winner.
We'll soon be on our way to Scotland, home to Hogmanay and all that whiskey.
Oh, God. He's just told me he's booked us into a cottage.
I can't wait. Before that, a quick tour of a festive stalwart. First drink of the day on Christmas morning, Bucks Fizz.
The most important thing when it comes to making a Bucks Fizz is not actually the quality of the sparkling wine, it's the quality of the orange juice. Use fresh squeezed orange juice. Spend the extra quid on a far, far better drink. Secondly, this is my little secret, a little bit of what they call triple sec, that lovely, sweet orange liqueur.
So, triple sec first, Fizz second, fresh orange last.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's great. That's lovely, isn't it?
Just that little bit of sweetness from the liqueur.
Oh, that's fantastic.
taste of the sort of the rinds of the orange, all sort of macerated and made into a liqueur.
Oh,
Just
no, that's lovely.
adds the little magic.
Do you know what? He bangs on a bit, but that recipe is genuinely useful.
Oh, Hugh, thank you. What a delight to be on the road with a man who appreciates the finer things in life. Now, it may be a long way to come for a drink, but we're here because the Highlands produce the #1 selling Christmas spirit, blended Scotch whisky.
I wonder what distillery this is.
I've brought you to Scotland's oldest working distillery, Glenturret, where they make a single malt, which is just one of the many whiskies that go into the blend of that well-known Scottish game bird.
I've never been to a distillery before, but Oz has seen the inside of plenty. So while he leaves the barman, wondering if he's ever going to get a tip,
in that mill, there's a pair of steel rollers, very similar to in the back window.
an extremely informative young man, Scott, shows me his fantastic equipment.
I don't know if you'd like me to operate this, because I am actually very good with large industrial machinery. I've pressed cider, and I was really good at it.
I hate to tell you, mate, it's going to be a very long wait.
So yeah, this is the distillation part.
This is an enormous tagine full of Moroccan food, am I right?
Indeed it is, you're spot on. How did you know that?
He looks serene, doesn't he? I wonder what's going on in there. And now, Oz, you will wake up.
Oh, hello. I would not.
Where's one for me?
Well,
need to
there's
have a
one.
go. Yeah.
I'm glad you asked me that, Hugh, because I've got a little whiskey challenge for you. This one, what do you think that is? Right, now give it a smell. I want to know whether you can tell the difference between the blend and the single malt.
Well, it actually, weirdly, it smells a bit sort of appley to me, but that's a bit of an odd thing to say.
No, that's not. It's a good thing to say because that's fresh fruit. It's also a relatively sign of youth, so it means there'll be some young whiskey in there.
No, that's very good. Whiskey, what I like is the initial burn of whiskey.
Try this one.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed about this already.
What?
It's warmer, and the glass is bigger.
In a very simplistic way, you're learning something.
Well, that is very, very smooth.
Yeah.
That doesn't burn quite as much initially, but has a very nice... I don't really want to call it a follow-through, but I can't think of any other word for it.
It's good tasting, that, because that's the single whiskey from this distillery.
Is it?
Unblended with anything else. And when you want that gentler, more delicate, more sort of elegant kind of experience, the single malt whiskies are the ones you will go for.
I don't think it's a proper Christmas drink, though. I don't think it doesn't immediately make me think of Christmas in the same way.
So much whiskey is sold at Christmas. I mean, by far, the majority of all the whiskey in the year will be sold around that Christmas period.
Yes, a nice quiet drink. Hang on.
Apparently, this is the latest gimmick to try to get us all to buy even more whiskey.
So there it goes. This is an interactive part of our tour that we usually do here.
We're only here. We're only here. We're here.
I'm trying to get it further away from them.
Hello.
Is that better?
No.
No. That's the freakiest thing. No, don't take it off. Keep it on.
No, we'll just go around
Keep
looking
it on,
like this.
it's
Where's that
fine.
voice coming from?
Okay. So first of all, this kind of moving visual effect does take a bit of getting used to.
You're not joking, are you?
If you don't like
It's
that,
just-
the door is just there. You slightly tilt your body to the right-hand side. The girl should fly right at the screen. See that there? And
But-
if you turn left, it should fly left.
You pretend to be a grouse and you have to kind of fly through the glens, picking up golden musical notes.
Missed that one?
Do you stop touching my
I'm
hand?
not getting any closer to you. You get further away from me.
This must be the bit about space whiskey.
Exactly. It's quite a big seller, actually. It's big expensive.
Or weightless.
There's something very, very wrong with the world if a grouse can break from the bounds of the atmosphere. Weird. weird and actually made me feel quite nauseous because it was all coming at you. And then we went to space. I don't know what the relevance was, but I'm very glad I did it.
They don't mention the whiskey. They don't mention the flavour. They don't mention how it's made. They don't mention how old it is, how many malts there are in it, blah, blah, blah. That's not what they're doing. They're marketing image. And they're saying, do you want this image? Then you buy this image. Now, as it happens, the whiskey's pretty good. I've just tasted some. But it doesn't actually matter. You'll be staggered by my expertise at all this kind of stuff. Right, is there a baking tray? Have you seen a baking tray? This is more like it. A lonely cottage, 2 men, a slab of butter, and a poker. It's my idea of a perfect night in.
I think he's brought 4 or 5 Victorian recipes, which he's calling the drinks that time forgot. I don't know what's in them. There seems to be an enormous number of eggs.
They're great recipes. They're a little bit complicated. They're a little bit strange. They're full of weird things.
I can imagine if Nigella Lawson was doing that, I'd find it kind of seductive. But you doing it, it's actually just rather unpleasant.
I'll give it a go, but I'm thinking there's a reason that time forgot them, and that we're going to find that out fairly soon.
I'm telling you, those Victorians knew what they were doing. And here's what I'm talking about. Hot flannel. It's ale, gin, sugar, nutmeg, rum, and eggs.
2 glasses, please, Hugh.
Sorry?
3, 2, 1. Oh, God.
Excellent.
This is like a sort of a combined hangover cure and beer all in one.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Anyway, how about this? It's spices to the fore. Cinnamon, cloves, and ginger.
Yes, Oz, but you're making it in a vase.
That drink there is just 1 red hot poker short of being brilliant. A drink any self-respecting Victorian barman would happily serve at Christmas. It's called Flip. All those lovely spices with equal measures of cider and brandy. Yum.
3, 2, 1, go. I think that is quite the most unpleasant thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh, it's great. I mean, I've got sort of sweat around my eyelids, and that's always a good sign.
This sink wasn't draining properly earlier, so I think I might just unblock it.
No. Look, some people are just so hard to please. But what about this? Buttered rum, spices, muscovado sugar, apple juice, dark rum, and lots of butter.
OK, and I'm not sure the Victorians would have made it in a cafetiere.
1, 2, 3.
Do you know what I don't like about that? It's the fact you look like a sort of insect. It's the fizzing. It's the fizzing on the tongue.
Yes! The fizzing of wonderful rum and wonderful muscovado sugar and wonderful butter just bursting all over your tongue. I've got high hopes for my penultimate creation. You might have told me that they were getting on a bit in their cooking. Traditionally, this was drunk on Christmas morning by farm workers. They'd be invited up to the big house for a tankard of the stuff.
There must be a better way, Oz.
Stop it.
Does the recipe specify burnt apple skin?
It says apple. It's called lamb's wool. Wine, sugar, apples, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, lemon peel, and ale. Down. Flavour, very good. Texture.
Have you lost the ability to form sentences?
I didn't think I needed to.
Oh, OK.
I like this, actually.
But to be fair, you've liked absolutely everything. I was told you had one of the finest palates in the world. It turns out, actually, just anything with alcohol in it, you pour it, doesn't matter if it's got fruit or custard or bits of cork tile, you'll have it with anything.
My final masterpiece has the potential to be awfully brilliant or brilliantly awful. It's a drink that would thaw the frozen heart of Ebenezer Scrooge himself. Wine posset. A sumptuous mix of cream, sherry, mace, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, sugar, and eggs.
Look at that! That's absolutely unbelievable.
All right, all right.
What is it?
Well, parts of it are still as they might have been.
Have you ever had to clear out the drain at the bottom of your shower?
Right, here we go. Wine posset. Lord, let this be the last one.
3, 2, 1.
That is really nice. That's not nice. That looks like a 3-year-old. That is really nice. It's one of those sort of disasters from which a new, rather splendid thing has happened. Is there a bit of brandy or something in there?
No. I think I forgot the alcohol.
Did you really forget alcohol?
Let's put some brandy in this, like.
Yeah, no, I think that would be good.
Because actually, at the moment, it's doing me too much good.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. The modern name for this would be and clear, but that is lovely.
I don't understand that joke.
It's a heart massage. That's a fantastic drink, isn't it? I think it is still a pity that you've got most of it on your chin.
I'm not going to laugh at your joke anymore.
What has this whole thing proved?
Well, what it's proved is that the Victorians and the pre-Victorians made fantastic drinks with flavours which nowadays we can't even comprehend. And stop it. And secondly, I think you saw the core of what was a genuine desire in the Victorian period to sort of create something sort of spicy and exotic and magnificent, and then share it with your friends. I can drink some more.
Well, you know, carry on, please, do.
Oh, God. Morning already. Did I really polish off the rest of that buttered rum? It's just, you know, it's the bane of modern bread, this where you can make bread without really putting any yeast in it at all. You just bash this.
It's really nice. What are you on about?
It's not that. It's not. Look, nothing's happening.
It's toast. That's going to be toast.
Nothing's happened to it. It just bounces back like a piece of cotton.
That hasn't bounced back. There's a...
Well, that one, then. That's yours.
And that's the yeast content, is it, that will stop it?
The yeast content would have given it a lovely bready kind of smell. And what we've got instead is...
I'm just going to make a mark on that piece of bread so I know that it's yours.
I was in the middle of a tasting now.
I know, but I just don't want toast that's been up your nose. Are you one of those people who goes down the supermarket squeezing the bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smell it.
Do you ever think you maybe just know too much about this kind of stuff?
I do know a lot about things that no one else is interested in, I must admit.
Thank you.
I've never been to Puerto Rico, but apparently they swear a lemon and a lime will cure a hangover. Drank too much rum last night. I should feel fine in a minute. What about you?
You'd rub it on your...
Yeah, I think it just sort of completely revitalised. This is getting all the lemon and all the lime, all the citrus stuff into your system, you see, going in through the lymph nodes or something like that, and then coursing around the top of your body. The whole of my top of my body is energised now. It's really, I'm full of energy.
All it's done for
for me, to be honest, is I've got a really sticky armpit. It's really unpleasantly sticky. I can't say I understand the science of that hangover cure. I've absolutely no idea what the reasoning behind rubbing your armpits with lemon and lime is. It must be a sort of diversionary thing. It's like, you know, if you hurt your leg, to stick a pin in your hand sort of thing. Why? I don't know.
OK, one hangover cured. Next.
Can I go here?
Love you, then.
Oh! Oh, that's lovely. Why are you in the middle of it? Why don't you go there, for example? If you sit in the corner here, you get jets. I was decided he would just sit in the middle, and I had my feet under his buttocks briefly, which just isn't right. Oh! Oh! Well, I'm going straight back in the hot tub. Welcome back. Thanks. I'm slightly worried about the increasingly homoerotic nature of this programme.
Just regarding it as a couple of chaps out in the wilds together. There's nothing in it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
God, bloody hell! Hugh! Jesus, how do I get out of it? Ah! I've lost... I can't feel my toes! Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh, that wasn't fair! Oh, God! Ah! Oh!
No, don't do that. He's cuddling up again.
I'm tingling all over.
You do get a tingle, don't you?
Itchy. Now, look at this.
No, I don't
Look at it.
Really,
Look at it. Look at it. Good, eh?
Yeah, no, that's great.
We're headed back down south, but there's just time for one quick pint. I brought Hugh to an award-winning local brewery to sample a beer brewed just for Christmas.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Well, we've come to have a go at your
Santa's, yeah.
Sledgehammer.
So is it beer first or brewery tour first?
Oh, hey, brewing? You brewing today?
Yeah, we're brewing,
Let's go and brew. Let's go and brew. There's no better way to earn a pint than to put in some hard graft at the place where it's made.
But this is probably one of the less popular jobs in a brewery.
Every day, the used grain needs to be cleared from the giant mash tun.
Do you know what I feel like with this? I feel like the croupier in the world's crappiest casino.
Yeah.
What's that?
I've now got your saliva on two of my digits. When that went into the tank, it was incredibly rich. It was like a most fantastic Ovaltine, Horlicksy, malted milk kind of flavour. Sean has got a whole lot out. Good Yorkshireman that he is.
He's got the whole lot out, and I'm getting the whole lot out.
Oh, come on, Hugh. Some of the stuff you're pulling out, it's hardly worth pulling the thing through. Look at that. That's about 2 handfuls. Round the corner, pull up the front. That's what you need to do. Come on. Boy, pull it out that side of them, bang it down the front. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm just trying to make your beer taste better. Get on with it, right? Now, okay, there. Right. There. Right. Okay. Hey. Hey. Now, I'm just being helpful. Just bang your head. I just think a beer tastes better if you've got in and done some dirty work with it.
You know, working in a brewery is a fantastic job, I would have thought. So, what time did you start work this morning?
8 o'clock.
8. And what time do you knock off? I'm not asking you out for a drink.
No, you're not my type.
No. You know, it's one of those things, though, that when you get going, you sort of can't bear to stop. You've got to finish it.
Well,
I think I might be OCD or something.
I think I have a slight grudging admiration for you, which I have to say I don't find at all comfortable.
I need a beer. I really do need a beer.
Well, you've earned it. You've earned it. But then so have I. So have we.
Do you know Arsene Wenger does occasionally?
OK, so he can wield a shovel, but how's he doing on his tasting?
Good health.
Good health, yes, excellent. Right.
Oh, this is a mouthful of beer for Hugh. What a fantastic experience. I'm so excited.
Now, what will I be tasting in there, Oz?
I don't know, it's your beer, not mine.
I don't know, I can't describe taste. I find it very, very difficult. I would say, if asked, that this is a strong bronze-coloured ale with traditional hop bitterness and a very pleasant aftertaste.
OK, what would you say about the next one? You're a fraud, Hugh.
Is it, in your opinion, a proper festive?
Yeah, it's dark, it's rich, it's got that kind of full midwinter warming me up flavour. If lots of brewers will make different styles. I mean, some brewers might add more spices, say, than Sean's done. Some brewers will add fruits in there. Some brewers will virtually add mincemeat and all that kind of stuff in. You know, you can put Christmas cake in there if you wanted. You know, Christmas pudding, the lot, turkey, turkey and sprouts. Shove it in. You could, and I don't know anyone who does, but you could. Which is the way? Which way? 2, 1, 2.
In there.
You sure it's the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go on top. Do you snore?
I don't know, I think probably a bit, yeah.
Excuse me.
Look what you've done to the shortbread.
Well, we're clear of Scotland, so it's safe to get the girls' drinks out.
Lemonade. Splendid. That's the basis for something, am I right?
Yes, it is. Have you ever had a white lady?
What is a white lady?
I don't know. I think I got the wrong drink. I think it's supposed to be a snowball.
Yeah. Yeah, I have had a snowball.
It must be late at night.
Yeah, I have had a snowball. It's
Have you?
Advocaat, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I went on football tour once to Holland, and I had quite a lot of Advocaat.
Did you?
Because it's very Dutch, isn't it, Advocaat?
It absolutely is. Where else in the world would you find 2 A's following each other like that?
In fact, Dick Advocaat
Yes.
was the manager of the Dutch national football team.
And he had a very...
It's like having a manager of a Scottish football team called Ronald Whiskey or
Bobby Haggis.
Malcolm Beer, something like that.
Dollop, look at that. I really don't want you to spill any of this on me. So, that eggy gloop called Advocaat plus lemonade equals snowball. We're going together. 3, 2, 1. Yep! That's more like it. That's good.
That is good. Oh, I'd absolutely have this at Christmas. And this is a proper Christmas drink, isn't it?
I'd have a party on this. Yeah, in Slavonia, they actually...
Slavonia?
They attack apple trees with hatchets.
Where is Slavonia? Do you mean Slovenia?
Not Slovenia, Slavonia.
Is that a made-up kingdom somewhere? Where is it? Slavonia?
Slavonia exists. Somewhere.
I don't know if you've ever been to Germany, but it's a lovely country. Prince. This is apparently one of the great delicacies of Slavonia.
Smells buttery. I know. That is not bad. It could be the basis for one of the great puddings of the world.
Don't worry, you're not watching Cranford. Oz has dragged me to a Victorian festival in Portsmouth, where we've come to sample my festive favourite, mulled wine.
Marvellous.
Now, you've probably drunk gallons of this stuff already, but there's always room for more, especially if yours is better than the next man's.
I'd take the chance of making mulled wine to get imaginative, be exciting. I want the whole thing. I'm going to be making some mulled wine. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to put in my mulled wine. You're going to make some mulled wine. You do it your way. I'll do it my way.
Are you perhaps taking this a little too seriously, Oz?
in the true spirit of competition, we'll be making our mulls in secret. So, out you go, Hugh.
The magic about mulled wine is the good stuff, don't stint on it. This is to fire people up. Our job is basically to make people who are going to be cold and sober and maybe miserable, warm and jovial and a little bit tiddly.
Traditionally, mulled wine wasn't just made to keep you warm, it was also a way to make bad wine drinkable. It's basically wine, sugar and spices, but you can have what you like. And I have to say, my recipe's an absolute cracker.
It's full of danger, my mulled wine.
It's been in there for about 3/4 of an hour, chopping and boiling. I don't know, you know, it seems beyond, what's the point? Why would you do that? It's hot wine.
This is chili. No one has ever, as far as I know, put chili in a mulled wine before, but I think it's brilliant.
OK, my turn now with an old family recipe handed down through the generations.
So that's that goes on there, like that, and then the ingredients. Yeah.
Simple, just a couple of quid, available from all good supermarkets, and some quite bad ones as well.
Which I think must be encouraged to sink.
I can see in there a great big pot, nicely steaming. Hugh was at least doing something. Which is great, because James will be doing nothing now, so at least we've got somebody who's doing something.
Now he's gone, I'm going to have a quick look at that. This seems to consist of oranges. I don't know, what on earth is that? It's a bit of sausage. It's got sausage in it. And that is the evidence. It's the handle of a sausage umbrella, look. But more alarming, he seems to have put 3 or 4 cigars in there. Look at that. Cigars, sausage, orange and wine. Nice. Got some mulled wine. But we've got to get this. We're having a...
OK, the mulls are ready and now 21 lucky Portsmouth punters get the chance to sample our beautiful brews. To guarantee they don't know whose they're tasting, they'll be doing it blindfolded.
And we'll be keeping score.
That's the first one. That's it, that's the first one. Here's the next one. Here. You have a go at that.
Holy moly!
So which one of those did you prefer?
The first one.
Yeah.
OK, that's one to me.
Next.
Who wants some?
Blindfold on, there's one. Here's the next.
Second one.
Yes!
Yeah, one each. Yeah. Is it good if a drink makes you bark?
Yeah, I think so. First one.
Yes!
You're not driving. Which one?
I'll take that one.
It's got to be the first one.
I like
that.
I like that. How? People choose
First one.
Right.
No, first one was mine.
Can't be. How did you like that one?
Because
mine.
I drink more of the other one, but I like this one better.
Well, what kind of an answer is that?
I know.
That's a fantastic
That's
answer. It's the only answer in the world.
Number 2, Dan.
Yes, I have a job to do, Hugh. And the
Yes.
job is...
You've won. You've got to 11. I have to concede defeat. Well done, us.
Thank you, old chap.
But if we're honest, you cheated by putting stuff in it. You had stuff in it. I had wine.
Yeah.
And mull, I think, which comes from a sachet. From
And
I don't know where.
sorry, and you're saying that I cheated? I made this enormous effort. I've spent years perfecting this recipe, and you go and get a sachet?
That's how you make mulled wine. Everyone knows that. That's what you do.
This is the winning mull.
Yeah. That is disgusting. That's That is appalling.
It's utterly brilliant. Our festive expedition is nearly at an end.
But first, true to the spirit of Christmas, it's time to give something back.
So come and join me for a drink.
Now we're off, look.
Exactly. And that's where this little baby comes in.
I wonder whether this is the first time that a mobile bar has been driven around Berkeley Square.
We're being followed by a man with a rubbish cart. He's going faster than we are. Where? From there?
We've got a few gallons of free booze on board our bar, and we're heading for a park load of thirsty punters.
Hyde Park next, Oz.
Yes, it's up the hill. It's the kind of hill that when you get to the top of it, you'll be incredibly grateful.
Get ready. Here we go. Get a bit of momentum. Here we go. Oh, good steering.
Free Christmas drinks! Come forward!
Anybody like some champagne?
We've got sherry.
Sherry.
Look at that colour. Don't spill it down your front. Slow gin. Come on forward!
Snowball.
Free Christmas wassail. Draw near and you'll have some wassail.
What was I doing? Brandy. Are you over 21? He's looking like a man at Speaker's Corner. He's doing well, though. Look at him. For anybody watching, he's not actually that tall.
Who wants a drink? Come forward!
Gary! Oh, it's all going.
He's a quiet salesman, Hugh. I take my line from the Rails bookmakers when I was a kid at the point-to-point. If you stand at the back, you'll get nothing! Come on, come on, come on in! Particularly the girls. I mean, some very nice girls here. Every single one of them has got a drink. There's a lot of handsome men, and none of them have been given a drink yet.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. See what I mean? Coffee. Drinking coffee at his age. Another one for you. Did it keep you warm?
There's an orange juice.
One more glass of sherry. And that is it. Hooray! Thank you very much for coming. Thank
you. We've been all round the country. We've shared our knowledge, and more importantly, we've shared our booze. But what exactly have we learned?
Slow gin makes you giggly.
Brandy gets you burnt.
Whiskey is now served in space.
This makes a great dessert.
Sausage and some chilli can improve mulled wine.
Bucks Fizz needs a little bite.
That's great. That's lovely, isn't it?
Hungover? Try some lemon and lime.
And if this man shows up at your local with a bowl of mulled cider, an apple tree and some toast, remember it's only Pete, bringing you the true spirit of Christmas.
Wassail! Wassail!
And long may we continue to enjoy it.
Wassail!
Cheers, boys. Mine's a small sherry. Tomorrow on BBC Two, the hairy bikers romp through the 12 days of Christmas at 6 o'clock. Next tonight, Jeremy Clarkson hosts Have I Got News For You? Or you can slip into a comfy cardigan for the best of the Andy Williams Christmas show on BBC 4 now.